All right, man. Teofimo Lopez is trying to become Terence Crawford mandatory. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video, dog. Hit that link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, X, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. So Teofimo Lopez is trying to get WBO championship status, even though he only won one. He just won the belt and he ain't did nothing extraordinary. I mean, I guess he got the lineal title, or whatever. And I told y'all, man, for years behind the scene, him and his daddy was saying, they could beat Terence Crawford. They wanted to fight Terence Crawford. And like I said, man, he will get destroyed. He will get pummeled, But then again, maybe he see some opportunity at 147 once Terence Crawford move on. No, he not going to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. I guarantee you that. Ain't much there. It's more money at 140 than it is at 147. But I told y'all, before you blink, him and Devin Haney keep winning, they going to be at 47 before you know it, because they were so big at 135 that they were suppressing their body down. They're going to blow right through 140. 140 is just a pit stop. It's a fake division. It's not a real division. It's not original, eight weight classes. So I kept telling y'all, they're going to blow right through that division. They ain't going to be there long, especially if they do, if they do well there. So, but yeah, Teofimo Lopez could become Terence Crawford WBO mandatory at 147. It says Top Rank has requested the WBO to have Teofimo Lopez made super champion at 140, which will put him in a position to be made the mandatory challenger for undisputed welterweight championship. Champion Terence Crawford belt at 140 ahead of number one contender Alexis Rocha. The WBL may grant Top Rank request by Top Rank, but that still doesn't mean Teofimo Lopez 19-1-13 will get a title shot against Crawford, because he might not return to 140-pound division. Crawford's already has his IBF mandatory due against Jerron Boots Ennis. Terence Crawford said he has no interest in fighting him because he only wants legacy fights like Canelo and Jamil Charlo. So, I mean, at the end of the day, maybe Teo fight Alexis Rocha. I don't know. Teo got one belt plus the undisputed belt at 140 pounds. So, I don't really know. Pretty much, maybe feel like he the top dog there. Maybe feel like he undisputed there. Maybe feel like he top dog shawty there. So, if that's the case, and he feel like, he that guy, I mean, shit, it is what it is. Let him, what Jeezy say? If I ain't the shit, let me think what I think. You know what I'm saying? Let me think what I think. So, I mean, shit, that's him. So, but in my humble opinion, cool. They've been saying it behind the scenes for years, man. I be privy to a lot of discussions that go on out there, and then when you keep your mouth shut, people fuck with you. And they say, well, don't say this, just keep this between us. Once you do stuff like that, you straight. I mean, that's another key to be with women too. Yep, women hate when dudes that kiss and tell and go run their mouth. Like, they go out there and run their mouth on TikTok and all that stuff and air ninjas out, but they hate when you air them out. Don't forget that as a man. Your young high school guys or guys who not good with women, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we all could be good with women. You see ugly niggas every day with nice looking women, right? That's one of the keys. You know what I'm saying? Just shut up. I just say shut up. What goes on between y'all, stay between y'all, even though it's not going to be reciprocated on the other end. And, just shut up and listen to her. You know everything you need to know and move accordingly. Everything you need to know. Trust me. So, just some food for thought right there. But, with this TO thing, man, I mean, shit, it is what it is. Quite frankly, it is what it is. I mean, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do shit with Terence Crawford, And at 147, he ain't gonna fight Jerron Boots Ennis. So I mean, to me, it's a non-starter, and it don't mean because he granted that status that he gonna elect to use that status right away. That's not what it means. I don't put much stock in him. He goofy. He a good fighter. You know, he did some great things in his career, but he goofy. I think part of him and his daddy being goofy is part of the salesmanship and started them getting a brand out there and all that. But the problem is it ain't working. Don't nobody care. How you get knockouts and you run your mouth the way he run your mouth and don't nobody care. Ask yourself that. So some need to change in the strategy as far as marketing and promoting itself. If it ain't working, you got to switch it up. You know, so you got to always remember that. And through your path of life and your path of success, um, one thing you got to remember is that it is that adjustments gonna have to be made. Adjustments will have to be made. So he gonna have to make some adjustments. And we'll see, if he can make those adjustments. You know, but but yeah, I don't see him. He may not go up to 47 for quite some time, for some years. You know, so I wouldn't put too much stock into this right now, at all. So a lot of y'all are probably getting hype and all this type of stuff about it. Y'all, oh man, he gonna fight Bud. I don't see that happening. T.O. don't bring nothing to the table, and T.O. has something against Bud. That's why I say, man, dude be on some, dude. I think dude got a complex against black people, bro. I said that. I think he got a complex against black people. I think it's a little jealousy there. Some people say, "Oh no, CJ, he not racist, man, dude." I know what these ninjas like him be saying behind the scenes and shit. I for sure know what they be saying behind the scenes. So I just get that vibe. I just get that vibe, bro. So um, and that's my humble opinion on it. And I'm not saying that you should. I'm not a channel or whatever y'all want to consider us a community or whatever it's gonna take. Because I don't like somebody, you shouldn't like them. Nah, bro. Make up your own mind. Do what you do. But I just get that vibe. And I could be totally off base. I can probably have a conversation with him and feel his energy, and it could be, oh yeah, I was wrong. I could be like, oh yeah, nigga, I was wrong. Like T.O.'s cool. But these you say things on the internet, you see, make give your opinion, you might pick against them, and then when they see you in public, and then it's like fuck you. I'm like, cool, it's fuck you. If you ain't with me, you ain't you. If you ain't with me, you against me. That's how I look at it. And my other thing is, I learned in high school, ninjas to be out like they cool with you, and then if you beef with somebody else, well, I ain't got no problem with them. And it's like, okay, all right. When niggas do that, when people say shit like that, or people cool with your enemy that you beefing with, bro, get rid of them. Get rid of them. I almost had to learn the hard way. Loyalty is to be reciprocated, and if it's not, even if it's your own brother or mother, you gotta cut that off. You know, you got it. That's one thing I tell y'all about life, man. You gotta be prepared to be cold blooded, bro. When I left the local dummy boss community, I remember I had a conversation with Adonis months after that or whatever. He was like, I didn't leave like you did. I left with dignity and I left with class. And I told him, I said, this shit don't matter, bro. If you gonna leave somebody, bro, and you really done and finito, you know, you gotta leave. You gotta. I remember this, right? I'm gonna tell you this story, right? It's not even a story, it's a movie. I don't know how many of y'all seen Need for Speed. I'm a huge Aaron Paul fan. He was the Jesse in Breaking Bad, and I'm a huge Bryan Cranston fan, who was Walter White in one of the greatest TV shows, Breaking Bad, maybe the second or third greatest TV show of all time, right? And I remember in the Need for Speed movie where his boy, his actual part was actually in Detroit, funny enough, that his boy, he told his boy to quit his job because they was going to race in the DeLeon and get that bread. And he had got the car he needed. He told his boy come outside because he needed him. He's going to make the trip. And so his boy took all his clothes off in the office building and walked out naked. And he said, why would you do that? He said, so I'd be so embarrassed that I never have to come back here and work again. And that's how you got to do service. That's how when people do you wrong, like wrong, and you see women all the time. And somebody had a comment on my other channel. Check it out, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. The links in the link tree. And somebody made a comment like this, like women will, get back cool after they homegirl fuck their husband or lead them, whatever, and do some shicey stuff. Look here, dude. As men, no, that's not how we operate. When somebody do some shicey shit, dog, some below the belt shit, not no real foul shit, like, owe me $20, whatever. Like, no, that's some foul shit, like fuck your mama, your baby mama, something like that. When people do stuff like that, bro, that's how you gotta operate. That's why you gotta strike like lightning. And you gotta be cold blooded in your approach. You gotta cut into people when they do stuff like that, so they don't even dare come back and ask you for another favor. They don't care, come back and be your good graces. If you do it with sometimes I tell y'all, just do the separation, just cut them off, stop talking to them. But sometimes you got to cuss them off. Sometimes you got to go in on the motherfucker, not over the phone in their face. And sometimes you got to do that so they know, don't spin the block. So hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. My new channel link in there under new channels. It's in the description as well too. Support the channel. Cash App $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. All my information is in the link tree in the description. I appreciate y'all. Check out the Box Moves playlist. Peace.